Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love is Blind, Season 6, Episode 7.
They released the next 3 episodes. We are going to review 2 of them, and then you will get episode
9
tomorrow with Married at First Sight.
All right.
You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Subscribe, like, share, comment, thumbs up this video. Y'all did good on the last video with the thumbs up. I want 100 likes on this video. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Chelsea and Jimmy.
Yeah.
We are where we left off before with them in their room after the argument. He tells her he's sorry, he loves her, and he doesn't want to make her feel sad or hurt.
Okay.
She tells him she loves him, they kiss and make up, and she just needs him to validate her feelings and listen to her when she's feeling sad.
That's going to be a lot, James. You better get her up, buddy.
Brittany and Kenneth.
Yeah.
They're talking about the other couples a little bit. Kenneth tells Brittany about the conversation with AD and how they talked about race and children. Brittany hopes people are coming from a good place when bringing that up, and Kenneth said that he thinks it was good intent.
Yeah.
Brittany understands that with an interracial relationship, there's going to be a different set of issues you'll be facing. Kenneth knows that his people will have questions and will want to make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
Brittany asks, what would make you feel confident in saying that you're good? And he says, you being confident in this and the fact that you're used to dating black men. And he says, when I see your actions aligning with your words, that'll make him feel good.
AD planted some seeds that is going to grow pertaining to Kenneth and Brittany.
You believe so?
I know so, because even when she was having that conversation and talking, I was like, who made AD like the counselor for everybody, going through and basically giving her 2 cents? And even things that she said, I don't really particularly disagree with, but I didn't think she didn't say anything that was special. Kenneth should know that he's dating a white woman. He should already have to mind, because for one, he knew who he was connected with. He knew it was a white woman behind that wall. So how come he didn't think far enough to think like, hey, you know what? This ain't nothing new what AD is saying. I already came to terms with that, and I continued the connection with this woman. What was your mindset during this scene?
I felt like he did exactly that. I feel like when he responded to AD, he told her that, yes, those are things we'll have to talk about. And he felt good about her. And I felt like he said the same thing to Brittany when they had the conversation. I felt like Brittany was very aware that she'll be raising black children. And she was also very aware that his family will be questioning her. And it didn't seem like she was one to shy away from it. And it didn't seem like it was going to be an issue for him. He just wanted to make sure that they were on the same page. So I didn't think it was any negativity there.
Okay.
Yeah. Laura and Jeremy. So they're on the beach, and Laura said that after the party, Jeremy iced her out and he slept on the sofa. Laura is telling him that last night was triggering because she was just telling us that last night was triggering because she was embarrassed by her significant other, by what he said. She tells him, if I say things jokingly, don't repeat it. You don't need to repeat what I say. Like, I never thought you would do that.
Hey, Laura, I have a dashiki under this table, right? Don't make me have to pull it out and put it on in like the middle of an episode.
Okay.
Don't make me have to Black History Month you, because I'm trying to see. I'm still waiting for the punchline. Is it like, don't repeat what I said because what I said I know is wrong? Don't repeat what I said because I know what I said is offensive? Don't repeat what I said because I know pertaining to the person that I said it about can be taken like completely left? Like, you didn't say, it's one thing if you said, hey, I wonder how many people you can bean dip tonight.
Yeah.
You didn't say that. You particularly made it you tailored it to one person. You get what I'm saying? And you lacking accountability is making me go, I might gotta grab for my dashiki for a second.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's making me look at you funny in the light. That's just how I feel about it. And for you to be like, it's Jeremy's fault. Okay, Jeremy should know, like, hey, maybe I shouldn't repeat what my wife or fiance borderline racist comments. But at the same time, don't say the borderline racist comments.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
Jeremy feels that she didn't deserve the silent treatment, and he thinks he needs to handle things better next time. They kiss, they're good. Jeremy tells her she did nothing wrong. That's not true. Laura is unsure if they would get married at this point compared to prior to the party.
Okay, well, ups and downs, roller coasters, peaks and valleys.
Amy and Johnny are horseback riding. They take a break to chat, and she's feeling the physical spark with him. He can't keep his hands off of her. They feel that things are perfect and great, and that makes Amy nervous. Johnny wants to get into an argument to see how they handle it.
Hey, okay, let's fake arguments. Let's WWE arguments, I guess.
Brittany and Kenneth, they are on a boat ride. Yeah. She's happy. He says he is too. But there's like some quietness. They're just kind of looking at the water, not really talking. And he sees, it looks like a dolphin like swim up experience, and now you can't shut him up. He's talking about how he swam with dolphins in the Caribbean, and he would love to do that with Brittany, and he gets really excited about the dolphins. They end up having lunch on the back of the boat, and she's touching him. She tells him that he likes physical touch, and he says he loves it. And it's a way of affirming someone. He says that it makes him feel good. Sometimes she feels that he can touch her more. They cuddle a little bit, and he didn't know that she loved physical touch. He honestly thought he might have been smothering her. At one point, she didn't know if he was feeling her because she felt he wasn't being affectionate. But it was odd for him to hear that, because he said that he's always heard he's overly affectionate.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a raw question? When I say raw, it's going to come out raw, because I need a raw answer. Is Kenneth a heterosexual male?
I think so.
Why did he sound more excited to talk about the dolphins than he was to talk to his person that he's in love with?
I honestly think, I really didn't think this scene was strange.
How so?
Because they're on the boat, they're taking in the views, and when you're on vacation, you don't have something to say every second of the day. You really don't. It
don't have to be every second of the day. It's a boat ride. But go ahead.
Yeah, continue. But even on the boat ride, like, to me, it seemed like he was just enjoying the boat ride. So, and I saw that she was, talking to him, trying to hold a conversation, and he answered her, but I just don't think he had anything to say.
But he had a lot to say about dolphins, about going nose to nose with the dolphins. He had a keychain with the dolphins. Dolphins is his favorite animal. Dolphin. But
what is he supposed to say if he's on the boat just sitting there? He saw something that made him think of something, and then he started talking. But he didn't have anything to say at first. What's he supposed to be saying?
I'm just saying, for someone that, quote unquote, you have this connection with, this emotional connection with, y'all don't have a lot of time together before the actual wedding day.
True.
Right? You really love this person. It's the beginning of the stage. I can see if we on the boat, I have nothing to talk about. I've been with you for 7+ years. You get what I'm saying? But this person haven't been with this person for 7 weeks.
True.
Right? So, if anything, I just found it very, not awkward, but it looked like he was not interested in her.
Oh.
Even when they was laying down on the boat, he didn't look interested to cuddle with her, to where she gotta say, lift your arm up, up. Okay, there you go. I didn't know you was into physical touch, because maybe I thought I'd be smothering you. I thought it was more of the sense of maybe she wouldn't be into physical touch because of her religious boundaries that she may have and things of that nature. Okay. But I was taking it after watching it like maybe he's not interested in her and things of that nature. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't really take it that way. I thought he was just being quiet. I really didn't take it that way, but that might be true.
That's why I had to ask, is he interested in her? Because I seen the spark in his eyes when he started talking about dolphins, and I never heard a man that don't work with animals very excited about dolphins and things of that nature. So that's why I just had to ask your opinion on that.
Okay.
All right.
AD and Clay.
Yeah.
Well, do you think he's heterosexual?
After that scene, I was 100% sure he is. I'm like 70% sure he is now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. AD and Clay. It looks like they're at lunch, and they're talking over their lunch. He thinks that they'll be an iconic couple. She is excited to show him off around the city, and she's going to meet his parents. She plans on calling her family when they get back to Charlotte, and they cheers to eternity. He is slurping down his soup.
That was kind of nasty.
AD's eyes are getting wide, and she's giggling like, what in the world is going on? Clay, he starts stacking up the plates. AD looks a little confused. and weirded out.
You're done eating, okay?
She asked him what he's thinking because he takes a deep breath after he stacks the plate up and then starts looking at the water. And she's like, well, what's on your mind? And he says, I just really don't want to let you down. With the wedding coming up, he knows it means a lot to her and he wants to be that guy for her. He says things are good. She asks, okay, well, what just happened? Because it just seemed like a crazy switch up. And he says he's just thinking about everything. And he struggles with marriage, the thought of divorce, how it tears up homes. He's just thinking about everything right now, and they end up holding hands.
What is your thoughts on this scene, Blair?
For this scene, number one, I didn't think the stacking of the plates was weird because I do that from time to time. Just try to make it easy for the waitress.
When? I'm about to say, like,
we don't go out to eat a lot, but yes, I'm not gonna stack up your plate. But if there's like an appetizer plate, like I will put it on top of mine.
You mean you just put your plate on top of the appetizer plate?
Pretty much.
Okay, I'm about to say you're not there stacking plates. Okay,
I'm not telling you, hurry up, give me your plate.
Exactly. I'm like, okay, Blair. Okay.
I didn't think that was that weird. I thought he was just trying to help the waitress out.
And most of the time, the appetizer is yours because you get oysters. So I'm like, you stacking your plates.
Okay, that's true.
Okay, here we go.
And then when he was like sitting there like pondering and stuff like that, first of all, the way he talks is just odd to me. And like, and I don't know why that is. Like, I feel like he's like trying. And maybe it's the cameras, and maybe he's just uncomfortable in front of the cameras, but it doesn't feel natural. When AD talks, I feel like she's being natural in herself. Maybe a little giggly and bubbly, but I think that's partially her. I feel like Clay's like trying to like really look into her eyes and really tell her like, yeah, this is what I really think. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I get that vibe, which is a little off. But when he's talking about like, oh, this is really important to you, I'm just like, shouldn't it be important to you too? It's your wedding too. So I think he's like really thinking like he's doing this for AD or something. But I'm just like, this is huge for you as well. Like, this marriage not a big deal for you? So, and him talking about he wants to be that guy for her. Like, I'm just kind of like, I want Clay to want it for himself and to actually think that he can go through with the marriage. But I think he's really struggling with the idea of being faithful, pretty much.
Of being faithful.
Yeah. Or having a successful marriage. Because he talked about the marriage divorce thing. So I'm just like, how do we even get to divorce?
Well, let me take a page out of your book. I see absolutely nothing wrong with this scene.
Okay.
For the situation that they put themselves in to be on a show to where they don't have their phones, they have to be in these pods, they have to go back and forth in these pods, film for 16 to 18 hours a day, right? So it's strenuous, right? And then at the end of it, being told that there will be a wedding at the end of it, based off someone that I only know for 21 days, maybe a little bit more than that. How does that not scare you?
That's fair.
Like how? Like,
and it can be overwhelming.
Like how can it not be overwhelming?
Yeah.
You see, here's my problem with Clay. I think Clay has shown himself, or he has, quote unquote, if I was to use a metaphor, or if I was use the or if I was to use some type of metaphor, or whatever. I think in the pods, Clay have pulled his pants down and mooned us a couple times. So it's kind of hard for us to unsee, like, a-hole Clay.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Now when he's, quote-unquote, being regular or things of that nature, we would have seen this Clay before, the crying Clay, before the I need to see what you look like Clay, before the, I'm a ladies' man radio voice Clay. Now it just seems like, it seems performative, as Blair said. But now when he's saying the right things. Let me just get that out the way.
Okay.
But we don't believe it because we seen you moon us. You know, I do think there is something to be said about, I have to marry this person, or I have to have a decision to marry this person in less than 3 weeks. You get what I'm saying? And this goes back to my Kenneth and Brittany part. Everybody else is talking. Why are you not talking? Especially when you feel that your partner is trying to pull something out of you or trying to talk to you.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I do find it awkward that Kenneth was awkwardly quiet. But even when, quote unquote, Clay was sitting there silently and she said, what's on your mind? I feel a shift. He can express like, hey man, this is kind of kind of strange. I don't want to fail at this. You get what I'm saying? Like, how come we're not getting that from Kenneth, but we getting it from Clay? And as much as we want to hate Clay, I don't see nothing wrong in this scene what Clay did. I actually give him respect for actually saying what was on his mind, no matter how raw it may have been and things of that nature. But it is true. It does come off as if he is trying.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And when we say trying, I don't mean like trying in a good way, as if he's like script reading. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey, until you say something wrong, I'm not gonna hold it against you.
And you know what? Maybe he is trying, and maybe that's not a bad thing to try. But it's just like, this is very like, it's this. I feel like he's trying against what his norm is. So I don't know.
We already seen you moon us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to reverse engineer our opinion of Clay.
Yeah.
Even when he haven't done anything wrong. Now we looking at him like, why are you stacking the plates? Why are you slurping the soup? You know what I mean? What do you mean divorce? It's like, yo, like these are real things that happen whenever people get married.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Well, all the couples meet up. Chelsea, AD, and Laura are having sex.
Okay.
Well, not together. Oh my gosh. Chelsea, AD, and Laura are all having sex with their respective partners. They're talking about it. Chelsea says that it took a challenge for her and Jimmy to come back together. Jimmy talks to AD. She jokes that she's glad y'all talking about my booty got y'all to get it popping, pretty much. Laura tells Johnny that he and Amy are so cute. He says they're taking it slow. She's like, I'm sure y'all getting it in. He's like, no, we're actually taking it slow because she's not on birth control. He wants kids, but not right now. And without the birth control, they're actually having more conversations around how they want to have kids, what their financials will look like. Like, it's making them pause and think about things.
We finally found the flaw in y'all relationship, Johnny.
Yes.
And Amy and things of that nature. He said, every woman I've been with been on birth control. I've been able to just be free willy out here. But now he's like, you can hear the tone in his voice. He's like, oh, if we have a baby, basically, I'm paraphrasing, if we have a baby right now, it would be a bad thing. You get what I'm saying? I don't care how much y'all say we are in love birds and things of that nature. If we have a baby right now, it would be a bad thing. Okay? Yeah.
And Jeremy apologizes to AD about the bean dip situation.
Yeah.
She tells him she's okay. And Jeremy noticed that Clay is introspective, and when he's quieter, just kind of let him have his space. And Jeremy noticed that in the like men's living quarters, like he'd be like fun and like joking, and then he turned really like thoughtful and just kind of to himself.
Yeah.
AD has noticed that, and she's glad Jimmy told her that, because she's like, okay, then it's not just me. Like this is just kind of how he is.
Yeah.
And apparently Clay has talked very highly of AD to Jeremy.
Hey, listen, I understand that you may think it's okay, AD, and maybe part of it is because you live in Boston. You know what I'm saying? Maybe part of it is because you was a dancer for the Patriots for 2 years and things like that. So you probably been called worse. You probably been through worse. But, hey, I don't think you should have forgiven people that easily for that bean dip thing.
Well, honestly, she's got to be around these people. They got to film for however long.
Yeah, but
I think she made her point clear with Laura that it's not okay. Well, she meant more so say it's not okay for Clay.
Exactly.
But I wish she would have stuck up for herself in a way and been like,
she didn't.
Yeah, I don't appreciate y'all talking about my body like that. And Jeremy being like, oh, I was so distraught and all this type of stuff. And I feel like she could have been like, you should have.
But she did everything in her power to make him feel comfortable. You're like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm just like, okay. Yes, but no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you, there's a way that you can translate that you are fine, but what was the intent is not fine.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? But like I said, she lived in Boston. You get what I'm saying? They ain't like Bill Russell, and Bill Russell won them 11 rings.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So you don't know who Bill Russell is, do you?
No, but I believe you.
Okay, thank you. Right? But I'm just saying, like, I just felt like, I'm not saying hammer it. Maybe I feel like she should have hammered it because low-key Laura didn't take accountability for me. And I'm just like, somebody got to pay for this. Yeah.
And even though Jeremy's apologies are great, it didn't originate from him.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm like, maybe I just feel like, the T's are not crossed with this situation. Even though I don't feel like there will be another situation like this, I just feel like, dag. You know? But it is what it is.
Jimmy and Chelsea are both talking highly of each other to whoever they're around. Yep. And then Chelsea yells across the way that she loves him.
She's a nut, man.
She's just a lot. Amy's talking to Jeremy, saying that she's excited to get back to the real world, but she's never lived with a guy before.
Yeah.
Her dad is going to have a hard time accepting she's marrying someone she just met in a month. And Jeremy says things with Laura are good. He says with Laura, they've talked about how they'll handle hard situations, and they had one the night before. Jeremy kind of looks over his shoulder. I think he looked to see where Laura was at.
I just want to make sure she ain't around me.
And then he tells Amy, you know, I want to meet Sarah.
And no. He didn't say it like that. He just said like, hey, Sarah.
Sarah asked if there was anything she could have done differently, and he didn't have an answer for her. And Amy, she really doesn't respond to that. She's kind of like cringing at it, and she's just like, okay.
Yeah. But I wonder if this whole experiment creates that.
Oh, absolutely.
Creates that what if.
It does, because then they put the people in front of your face. The what ifs. Then you meet the what if.
So Vanessa and Nick is playing a little evil game a little bit.
Yeah. Jimmy and Chelsea.
Yeah.
They enjoyed their week. They've had one down, but many ups.
Yeah.
His least favorite part was eating the food on the beach. Apparently, he was eating the taquitos, and he bit his lip to the point it was bleeding. He felt the arguing was actually good for them, and he liked the buggies.
Yeah.
Her favorite part was when he was being sweet that morning.
Yeah.
She asked what he's nervous about going back to Charlotte, and he doesn't have anything he's worried about. He thinks they'll get along fine.
Hey, I don't know what it is about your lips, James, but do a better job taking care of your lips, man.
Okay.
Because he hitting himself in the mouth with the toothbrush. He can't even eat. You get what I'm saying? He biting himself. Take a load off. Relax, okay?
Yeah. Amy and Johnny. Johnny asked what her biggest pet peeve is for him, and she says there's really not one thing, and then he makes like a chicken butt joke, and she's actually saying like, that's annoying.
High school.
She feels they've been together for years because it's been so comfortable.
Yeah.
In the past, she's overshared with her parents, and they were too involved in her relationships. She's nervous that they might try to insert themselves, and she was also easily influenced by her parents in the past. That caused a lot of contention in her relationships. And if she doesn't get her dad's blessing, she doesn't know if she can move forward.
Yeah, you get your dad blessing to be on the show? So
what does it matter now?
I'm about to say, like that's why I'm like, what do you mean if you don't get your dad's blessing, you don't know what's gonna happen? Did you get your dad's blessing to be on the show? Because if you didn't, knowing that you need his blessing, then what you're doing to Johnny is not fair.
I agree. You come on the show knowing that you want your parents' approval, but they don't even know you're on the show or they don't approve of it. And you're going to get married within 4 weeks, hopefully. Like, why are you here wasting somebody's time?
Exactly. Come on.
Yeah. So it's next day in the morning. It's time for everyone to head back home to Charlotte.
Yeah.
They move into the houses.
Yeah.
We start with Jeremy and Laura. Laura is excited to wake up and go to sleep with each other. She's not nervous about the marriage piece. They talk, and if she leaves dishes in the sink at night, that'll be annoying to him. Laura doesn't like leaving like half-eaten food around, leaving the house with the TV and the lights on, spitting near the sink, or like having your shaved hairs in the sink. Yeah,
this is now just to build up the scene a little better. They are at his house.
No, they're at the shared house.
I could have sworn this was at his house to where she saw his house.
No, that happens.
They was in a shared house and things like that, because that's when I could have sworn she saw like his gym or something like that.
Yeah, that happens later on.
But I thought they had that conversation in that house with the gym. Well, maybe I'm off. Well, love is blind.
Jeremy says that he feels in love with Laura. He doesn't know if he's ever really felt that before.
Well, he still want to see Sarah, so he just want to make sure that he's right with his in love.
Kenneth and Brittany. Kenneth wants Brittany to cook tonight.
Stay right there for a second, because listen, my sign says right here, I told y'all about those church guys. You about to see firsthand about those church guys. You about to see real quick. Go ahead, Blair.
She started unpacking, getting the house together, and he is really happy to have his phone back. They didn't get to have their devices on vacation. She tells him, don't look at your phone too much. She asks if he's going to help unpack with her, and he says he needs to send some emails for work.
Yeah.
She asks him if he has a preference with the drawers. Apparently, I don't know if he didn't hear her or he just didn't answer. And he tells her that he's all set. He's going to chill downstairs, and she is still upstairs unpacking.
What are your thoughts about this scene, Miss Wesley?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. I felt like he could have been more engaged. she was, going around getting things together, asking him questions and things like that. And I felt like it was a moment for him to be present. And I understand if he had stuff to do for work or had to send some emails. I feel like he should have like went away on his own to do that, but not while she's trying to make their house a home, essentially. Like, I need you present with me so we can talk and see where we're going to have things. What is it going to look like? I just felt like he was not engaged at all. So, and I felt like it's not like it's even, I mean, I know some people's like work can like bleed into,
don't do it, Blair,
outside of like work times and
don't
things
do it,
like
baby.
that. But I'm just like, you were just on a whole vacation and you just got your phone back.
I'm about to say,
like,
come
handle
on.
that on Monday.
Come on. No.
Like, you didn't have your phone this whole time. It can wait another 8 hours.
Come on. I'm about to say, don't do that. Do not give him no bail money. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't. I was like, he could have waited.
I'm about to say, he could have waited. Emails did not have to be sent.
Yeah.
So let's get that out the way. Emails did not have to be sent. The whole point of the whole thing is he said, I'm happy to have my phone back.
Yeah.
Not because he can't wait to get back to work. He just happy to have his phone back because he didn't realize how much he needed it. Now, was he sending emails at that point? Okay, sure. Cool. You get what I'm saying? I don't believe he was sending emails.
Oh, okay.
I really don't. There is something to what Blair said. Y'all just moving into this house together. This house that Nick and Vanessa got y'all. You get what I'm saying, for the show. Creating moments as quickly as possible, as much as possible within 21 days. You get what I'm saying? Okay, you don't have nothing to say on the boat. Blair gave you bail on that. That's not awkward. This ain't awkward either. This is more awkward because this is actually a moment that y'all can actually play house until y'all actually get together and actually get married, like, legally and things of that nature. But you chose in that moment to negate that and to basically put your focus onto work where you haven't been in over 2 weeks. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That makes no sense, right? Knowing, and here's another thing about guys and things like that, or what guys got to look forward to. You got to be able to read the room. She's asking you things. If she's yelling from another room to like where you are, maybe you got to read the room like, you know what, maybe I should be in the room where she at so she ain't got to yell from the bathroom. Like, hey, which side do you want? With left side, right side, do it with her and things like that. That creates intimacy, especially since y'all not going to be having the physical sex.
Yeah.
It gives off you don't like this woman. I'm just saying, because you don't want to be around her. You don't want to do the big things with her. You don't want to do the little things with her. And the little things such as which side to sleep on, things like that. But she got cooked, though. Come on, bro. Come on, stop it.
Clay and AD.
Yeah.
They cuddle on the couch.
Yeah.
She got to talk to her family, and they want to meet him. Clay's family, wants to meet her. His dad was surprised that he was getting married.
Yeah.
And he also says his dad might flirt with her. He's excited for his friends to meet her, and his friends felt that he changed with him being aware of his feelings.
Okay.
Clay grew up thinking cheating was a normal thing. His dad would take him to some of his infidelity trips.
Okay.
And he loves his dad, but he's never seen his dad single after he divorced his mom. He's never seen a black relationship that's faithful, not even celebrities like Will Smith or Diddy. Why are we looking at Diddy?
I don't understand why he said that for. I'm about to say Cosby Show. I'm about to say, come on now.
The concept of one girl is concerning because he doesn't know if he can be with one woman. He wants to go through therapy. He loves her, but there's demons he is fighting. He wants love and marriage. What
do you think about this thing?
I hate to say what I'm about to say.
Say it.
Because I get on you about it.
You get on me about it?
Yeah.
I ain't do nothing to that.
Like, yes, share with me how you're feeling. Maybe work through some of those feelings first.
Whoa. Hypocrite. She's a hypocrite, guys. Okay? There ain't no, listen here. When it comes to Christopher Wesley, there is no work through it before you bring it to me.
No, I said tell it to me wrong. I want to hear it all.
Exactly. She is the workshop that I need to bring it to all the time. You know what I'm saying?
But in this case, you're saying a whole lot about the demons and all this type of stuff, and maybe it's good that AD knows so she can have her eyes open to what's going on, but this is all sounding very concerning and like things are about to go downhill.
I mean, but he's being honest.
Yeah. I'm like, Clay, maybe you should like, and that's what I'm saying, I would love for him to, yes, acknowledge what's going on with you, work on it. a little bit.
Wow. And then
come to her a little bit better.
Wow.
So that way you're not necessarily, not going to say you're not dealing with these demons, but maybe they're like, instead of demons, maybe they're like dragonflies.
No, they're demons.
Demon sounds like a lot, and like they are going to overtake you at any moment.
Oh my goodness.
How about you're dealing with mosquitoes?
Okay.
I can handle mosquitoes, not demons.
Can I deal with my mosquitoes by myself and bring it to you when they're dead and gone and stuff like that? Can I do that?
Maybe after you sprayed them and they're buzzing around.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I have no problem, and it's crazy. I have no problem with Clay is saying. Here's the thing. I don't think y'all have a problem with what Clay is saying. I just don't think we believe him. Or
we don't like what he's saying.
That's the issue. I think you don't like what he's saying. What he's saying, I think everyone would want to know what they're heading into to get a full scope if they want to continue. Mm-hmm. That's what he's giving AD.
Yeah.
The whole thing about like, yo, I never saw a successful relationship. My dad took me on his little trips. I want to go to therapy so I can address it before it even comes up.
Right.
I think we all don't have a problem with that. We just don't believe it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? What Clay is saying, we are not suspicious of Clay because he's saying the wrong thing. That's actually what's making us more suspicious because it seems like he knows what to say at all times. You get what I'm saying? So the fact that he quote unquote saying the right things and things like that, we're like, how do you always know what the right thing to say? Usually that's player-ish. Usually that's someone that's quote unquote trying to get over. So one thing about her, especially since she said she went to therapy and things like that, now he's talking about therapy. We want to see how genuine it is. So for me to be at peace with Clay, I need to see him do these things that he said he's battling with. I need to see him in therapy for me to believe him.
You need to see him actually battle.
I need to
go through the battle.
No, because it's like saying saying what's wrong with you. It's not enough if we don't see you actually cultivating it to curve it or to fix it.
Right.
So him saying like, yeah, I have an ego. Or yeah, like, I'm worried about this. Or yeah, I'm worried about that. Okay, you get little points for acknowledging it. But like until we actually see you work on it, I think we always gonna be suspicious of Clay, even though we don't really find any fault in what he's saying.
Right. And that's where we end on.
That's the end of the episode?
7. Yeah.
That's the end of the episode. Are y'all gonna come join us for episode 8? You want them to join us for episode 8?
Yeah, come through. Come hang with us.
After you click on this video, click on the next video, and that video will be episode 8 of Love is Blind. Yep. And that will be our last Love is Blind video for today. But we will have one for you tomorrow.
With Married at First Sight.
With Married at First Sight. If you're not into Married at First Sight, please click on our playlist for Married at First Sight. We are in Married at First Sight hell. We on episode like 200.
And we will catch you up on this season.
Yeah.
It's been something.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
Y'all be good.
Bye.